and gentlemen, American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, and check us out on all of our platforms. We've got a lot of topics to cover. Lead story is this one. Adam Schiff was up for censorship in the Congress, and 20 Republicans, including Congressman Thomas Massie, voted with the Democrats to not censor this guy for what he did to Donald Trump. All of the things that he knew for certain, lies relative to Russia, the Mueller investigation, the impeachments. This guy should have paid the price. And they always get caught up. Thomas Massie does some kind of cute little thing where he acts like he wants to be Mr. Constitution when it serves his purpose. Of course, he doesn't mind increasing our debt by $4 trillion. But the bottom line is it is disgraceful that Adam Schiff's going to go around and brag that it failed. See, so it's a double hit. Well, I'm getting sick and tired of hearing all this China, Wuhan, COVID stuff. We knew the origination from China. Now everybody keeps saying, well, now we have definitive proof that the first individuals that got COVID were scientists working in the COVID lab. So I'm getting so tired of hearing these news reports like, what? It's the same thing over and over and over again. We know it came from the Wuhan China lab. We knew that from day one. We've always known that. It's just simply now they're getting busted of knowing that we know that they knew it. Anyway, Joe Biden's track record of dishonesty and all these things relating to the Hunter Biden and Joe Biden investigations. I don't want you to ever forget his history of lying and dishonesty. I mean, it's epic. I mean, there's like over 100 major instances, plagiarism, lying. So if his lips are moving, he's lying. Trump's raised $7 million since his indictment. How you like that? Senator John Kennedy, he's really going after Hunter and Joe with some of this stuff. And it ain't going to go away. I like John Kennedy. He's smart. Kevin Costner divorce. This is sad. They're getting divorced, but it's also funny. Kevin Costner has a $140 million 10-acre beach compound. His wife, under the prenup, is supposed to move out. He's going to give her $1.5 million where she can go find someplace else to live. And she is not moving out. She's become a squatter. But you know what? If you got a prenup and you had this lifestyle, what's funny is they want to keep living the lifestyle, but divorce the guy. Remember, he didn't want the divorce, she did. Mykola Shalavsky. They think this is the guy that paid the bribe, the Burisma executive. They think that he might be in Morocco. Here's the question I got to ask for you. Are you kidding me? Are you telling me that our Justice Department, collaborating with the FBI and CIA, can't find his whereabouts? Think about that. They don't know where he is. Really? The people that don't want us to find him could find him. Pretty funny, isn't it? Daniel Penny was indicted yesterday with second-degree manslaughter on Jordan Neely's death. The most that he could serve would be 15 years. Second-degree manslaughter is a reckless killing. That's what it is. They're saying reckless, that he knew about it and it was reckless. I think he will be found not guilty. Jeopardy, can't make this up. This is how bad our country has fallen relative to faith. These three so-called smart people on Jeopardy could not fill in the blank on the Lord's Prayer, the Our Father, hallowed be thy name. It was blank, and they couldn't get it. Shannon Phillips, wild Starbucks manager, just got a $25.6 million, $25 million in punitive damages against Starbucks, claiming she was fired because she was white. White power. Hamtramck. This city, you can't make this up. This city in Detroit got full Muslim council members. I love this story. You know what? They voted that the only flag that can be put up on public buildings is the American flag, not the pride flag, LGBT flag. See, this is where there is an integration of faith with the Americans. I love that story. The Muslim Council voted for that. Westchester, New York City, was investigating Trump relative to the golf courses, valuation of assets. They dropped the case. Biden says at an LGBTQ, whatever, the numbers just keep going and going, that kids are all of our kids. No, they aren't, Joe. Our children aren't for you to sniff. Our grandchildren aren't for you to sniff and for you to groom and be sicko with. It's unbelievable. Modelo has passed up Bud Light for the best-selling beer in the United States. RFK Jr.'s favorability rating is higher than anybody else running for president. COVID goes to trial in a German court. A German court is going to hear a case relative to a woman's problems from getting a COVID shot. Southern Baptists voted out the 2 women who are parishioners. You can't be a woman. It's their rules, right? That's what they always say. It's their rules. 100 Days Underwater man came back. Says that he's smarter now. Boebert submitted articles of impeachment against Joe Biden. You know what? So did Marjorie Greene Taylor. Where are they? Why don't they impeach the guy? And McConnell, when it comes to Trump, and his indictment says, I'm going to stay out of it, which means he loves it. Senator Cruz, Ted Cruz, really ripped the second in command of the FBI, Paul Abadi. Paul Abadi refused to answer the questions. I mean, it was just great stuff. Coming up, got some history for you. I think it's pretty cool. Today in history, King John of England put his seal on the Magna Carta in 1215. This is like the Declaration of Independence. By the way, just so you know, I am a direct descendant. He's my 25th great-grandfather. True story. Charles Goodyear received a patent for vulcanization to strengthen rubber. You gotta like that. And last but not least, Arlington National Cemetery is established when 200 acres is dedicated to be part of Arlington. That was on June 15th, 1864. Coming up next, Eric Deters and local news, and I got lots of good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, and check us out on all of our platforms. Well, the lead story is the Cincinnati Reds. Why? Because this is a baseball town still in Cincinnati. Of course, the Bengals are doing great too. But the Cincinnati Reds are on a 5-game winning streak. Folks, I haven't paid attention to the Reds for years, but they caught my attention. My cousin Josh turned me on to them, and I started watching these guys. And I tell you right now, they take 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers, 2 out of 3 against St. Louis. They sweep Kansas City. They're young. They got great young pitching. They got great young hitting. They're just a fun team to watch. Now you know where they get to get. They got an off day, and they get to go play the Astros. Go get those Astros. In law and crime, 8 people were shot overnight in 3 different shootings. It never ends, does it? And in local news, Thomas Massey, who voted yesterday to protect Adam Schiff, now says he might go on C-SPAN and read some more government secrets because he can, because there's immunity on us. Thomas Massey's coming unglued. I mean, this guy, he's falling apart. Julie O'Neill says she's going to sue WCPO. She's saying the reason why they fired her is because she's getting older. Maybe she's right. American Airlines is starting a direct flight to Cancun from CVG Greater Cincinnati Airport. And Sheriff, you can't make this up, Sheriff Richard Jones of Butler County is serving up what he calls a Warden Burger to those people that are in isolation in Butler County. He always gets press, right? The Reds changed their start time, June 30th, to moving it back to like 4:15 to help with the traffic situation when Taylor Swift comes to town. Shooting Fest is this week. This is like the oldest German festival in the country, right here in Cincinnati. And in Kentucky news, Madison County Schools had some racial issues, and the Justice Department has done a settlement with Madison County Schools. Kentucky is going to take part in another gigantic opiate settlement. We'll see what they do with the money. Kentucky Horse Racing Commission is appointing a safety steward in light of all of the horse deaths at Churchill Downs. Kentucky ranks 40th in child well-being. I rest my case. You know, I made these issues all the way through my Republican primary campaign. Kentucky leads in teen driver deaths. Leads the country in teen driver deaths. Unbelievable. Mitch McConnell announced some federal funds that are going to go help with broadband in Lee and Breathitt County. McConnell does something. Imagine that. This is wild. The McLean farms in western Kentucky is being sued, caught up into a nightmare. The guy died, the state, $120 million not paid to other farmers. Kentucky, Ponzi scheme. Who would ever think it would happen? In Ohio voted to have defibrillators at every school and every athletic facility. J.D. Vance says he's going to try to slow roll and stop all DOJ appointments. Good for him. And a car theft ring of 11 people apparently stole like $10 million worth of cars right out of a movie. And in sports, Chad Johnson's daughter's going to run at UK, be a track star. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has her day. Coming up next, Jamie Spindley in World News.
Happy Thursday, Bulldog Nation. The latest world headlines. Howling gales and huge waves are crashing the coastline of India and Pakistan hours before the powerful cyclone makes landfall. New Zealand's economy has fallen into a recession after the country's central bank aggressively raised interest rates to a 14-year high. In Peru's worst dengue outbreak on record could intensify due to the climate change, bringing due torrential rains and mosquitoes, driving the death toll to over 200 and well over 130,000 recorded cases so far this year. More than $1.7 billion worth of meth heading towards Australia has been seized in Canada, with almost 3/4 of a ton intercepted in New Zealand. Until tomorrow, have a fantastic day. Cheerio.